Okay, welcome back to Fit Start TV. My name's Craig Williams and I've coached thousands of people throughout the year in kickstarting fitness and fat loss. Today I want to talk about one keystone habit that can have a dramatic effect on everything that you're trying to do. Okay, it's one thing that it will help you with your food, your fitness, your training, your decision making, your willpower, your discipline, all this kind of stuff. Okay, now what I'm talking about is sleep. Now, when we first get started with our fitness and fat loss, usually we just think about training and we just think about our eating, all right? But sorting out your sleep, or let's flip it the other way around, not having optimized sleep and not getting sufficient sleep will cause you to have more cravings, to crave more sugar. It will stop you from making smarter food choices. Your discipline, your willpower is much, much lower and suppressed, okay? So what I'm encouraging you to do today is to focus on improving your sleep as one of the first steps you do when you look to kickstart fitness and fat loss. There's a couple of things that you can do to improve your sleep hygiene. First of all, have the same time that you go to bed every night. Do the usual tricks of, darkening the room a little bit, perhaps work to candlelight, try and cut back on the screen time before you go to sleep. What I tended to do was I'd read books like personal and professional development books or nutrition books, and that would get my mind firing up, and then I'd sometimes struggle to sleep. What I do now is I tend to read like autobiographies and inspirational stories, and that doesn't get my mind ticking away, as to, I need to implement this in what I'm doing right now, or I need to teach this or whatever. It was much different. And what I tend to do is fall asleep quite easy there because my mind isn't working overtime. Then once you actually sleep and you want the room as dark as you can and you want to get the temperature down. If it's too hot and stuffy, that's going to have a dramatic effect on how easily you fall asleep, so you might want to have a little bit less bedding on, or, your feet hanging out at the bottom or whatever. Now, if you listen to the Andrew Huberman podcast, he'll tell you that what triggers sleep is your body temperature dropping. That's one of the signals that we should go to sleep. Okay, so if our room is too hot and stuffy, or we've got too many clothes on, or bed linen on, or whatever, okay, that's going to affect your ability to fall asleep and to sleep soundly. The next thing I encourage you to do is to track your sleep, because once we start tracking stuff, it makes us aware of it, and the more that we measure, the more we can improve it. Okay, so start tracking it and just see how you get on. Set yourself a goal over the next 6 or 7 days and just see how you get on and see how much you can clear out your sleep. Kind of work out a good pattern that works for you with the right amount of sleep, and you'll start to see that you'll make better food choices. You'll have more willpower, more discipline. When I sleep better, I want to eat cleaner, and if I eat cleaner, I want to train. And it really is one of those keystone habits that helps you do so much better in every other aspect of your health, fitness, and fat loss. So give it a try. Obviously, something else to consider is obviously stimulants, whether it's, medication, caffeine, even heavy meals before you go to bed. Really work on those. Then think, what I want to do is I want to promote sleep. So reduce the amount of caffeine you're drinking. Don't have a big meal before you go to sleep. Okay, and just consider your medication if it does stop you from sleeping for whatever reason. Okay, so focus on your sleep this week. Now, if you're watching these videos, you're probably battling certain foods that you perhaps should cut out. Now, we'll talk about this in this next video. What I do is I give you an alternative to just stopping certain foods there and then, which sometimes takes a lot of willpower, a lot of discipline that we don't have, and we really struggle with it. So I'm going to talk in this video and give you a way of tackling it where you can be much more successful in the future. So check it out.